Hello, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with the HBIC. Today, I'm here with my very first guest, Queen Sleeze. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I love the hair and I love the outfit.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's
Of,
beautiful in here.
Thank you, of course.
It
You
smells
know,
like lavender. Like it smells really good in here.
girl, thank you. I try to create the calm, feeling in this room because I want everyone to just, feel relaxed
Most
and
likely. Do you
comfortable.
mind if I roll this? Is this an environment for me to be comfortable?
Oh, no, I don't mind you if you do that.
Okay. All right. Perfect. 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 All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for having me, girl.
Yes, girl, a lot has happened, and I think the people need to know.
Tell me about it.
So let's begin with the first one. First off, I want to mention and congratulate you on becoming co-CEO.
Well, thank you so much. Just like, well, thank you for the opportunity for even, what I'm saying, putting me in position, Um, a lot has changed because, I know you had a current, the past CEO,
Hmm.
I kind of took his spot, but he didn't do a good job. He really didn't know the girls, you know what I'm saying? Like how I know the girls, we basically built this network from the ground up. So thank you for just acknowledging me. You know what I'm saying? And putting me into that spot and taking out the trash.
Of course. I mean, I do feel like you have handled this position better than the previous co-CEO. I feel like you're getting everything done. You're getting a lot of work done with the girls. And actually, you changed a lot as well. And I love that.
Girl, I'm trying to. I feel like with this new position, some of the girls like to test my gangster. Like, sorry, some of the girls
No,
like to test my gangster. Like, you know, the old sleeve is still here. I just recently changed. I haven't
exactly.
got used to the area. So I might revert back to, but you know how I do, but I'm trying to change, so I'm really trying to change.
Yeah, I mean, and you're doing a good job so far, considering what the old sleaze would have done when these girls were checking her, like attempting to
Woo!
check her, shall I say? You know what I mean? Because
Right.
they can't
You
check the
can
queen.
never check the queen.
They can't check the queen. So it's
You
an
can never check the queen, sweetheart. But yeah.
yeah, it's an attempt for sure, but the attempt never goes successful for them. Um, I do want to touch on a subject. I know that it's very, a sensitive topic, so I don't want to go too deep into it, but I do want to
Okay.
give you the chance to address these rumors that are going around, these allegations. It's just hate. Like, to me, honestly,
Well, before we get into that, I just wanted to say, I am an open book, and anything that you want to ask me, I feel like this is a comfortable space. Like you can get a lot of exclusives from me if you want. So anything you feel you want to ask me, go ahead.
oh, well, girl, let's jump right in then. um, so, my past co CEO, was there a relationship there?
So you just went right in, huh? Yes, that was a relationship there. I think there were some discrepancies about his age.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of the girls like to say, "Oh, he was 17." Da 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 da. Da. Well, he told me that he was 18 and his birthday was in a couple of months. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't ask me when his birthday was. I didn't take this relationship seriously. I'm saying that on the public record. Um, it's just that was something for the time, And since you want me to be honest, can I be honest, right? This is
You
safe
can
for me to be
be,
honest.
yes.
At the time, my sister had got the position of, CEO. At the time, we were still dealing with previous management, and I felt like I needed some power right along with my sister. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying. My sister was calling the shots, and he pretended like he was calling the shots, but those shots were really mine. So I was
Right.
already running the position without me running the position. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you already had a foot in the door, you know?
So sometimes you have to do what you got to do so you can get to where you got to go.
Yeah. So with these, the allegations, oh, he was 17 when, you started talking to him or when y'all met. First off, I do think it's like, and correct me if I'm wrong, this was a very brief, situationship, relationship, or whatever it was. So
Very brief, like 2 weeks,
yeah. So
maybe
and
3.
exactly. And then if in that span, he had went from 17 to 18, I don't see how that could happen. But we were all told that he was 18.
Right. And I feel like we were all told that his mother was deceased and everything like that. But
Some
who
things
who
turn.
who really knows with dealing with, you know what I'm saying, people who don't tell the truth a lot. Like, who really knows? You know what I'm saying? And I would like to say this. Can you turn the camera towards me? What camera? Dark camera 1 or 2. So I would like to say this to anybody who thinks that they're going to use false allegations against me. Will be hearing from my lawyers, and I will be suing you to the fullest extent of the law. Try me.
Period. Girl, say that because I don't play about allegations as well, and I am
Right,
quick.
that's crazy. And I have a brand. Let me adjust my seat. When you read, when you get serious, you have to adjust your seat as a lady. So,
Yeah,
but like, I have a brand, and you guys are assassinating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to tarnish my character. You're tarnishing my brand. Like, those are serious accusations, and you have no proof. Like, that's crazy. You get
that
what
is,
I'm
and
saying?
yeah, and then
So.
like these things are coming like sleaze. I don't know, like where it's coming from. Like honestly, I felt very disgusted when I heard it. Like the fact that people were
Well,
willing
I
to go
know where it came from. Like, I'm not crazy, and she will
right.
never get any clout from me.
Yeah.
Um, we're just gonna call her Little Bill, as one of my former little sisters call her. She will get no clout from me, but I know exactly where it came from.
I think we all do, to be honest.
hmm She's a little
Um,
sneaky little rat.
yeah, even how like this whole thing blew up honestly because one of, Little Bill's friends came in the server and tried to, I don't know, do a hostile takeover, whatever it was. They weren't
hmm
successful. You know what I mean? No one really paid any
speaking of
mind to it.
speaking of hostile takeovers. I want to say congratulations to you on all your business endeavors. You know what I'm saying? You really have been doing your. I know this is your show, but I want to take the time to give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying? You have been doing your thing. Keep up the good work. The enemy has been trying to come up against you because
Mm,
he knows you have. He knows that you're on a horizon of something just perfect and big and grand and new and fresh. So I love what you're doing with the network. Keep up the good work. And yeah, girl, you're on top.
you're gonna make me cry and hold
Don't
on.
cry. Get the tissues. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Let me
Don't
just stab it. Makeup, please.
cry. Okay, okay.
I
Don't
just
cry.
really appreciate that. My thing when I got this position, and I know I'm not trying to make this about me, you know what I mean? I'm just,
No, 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 girl. We are talking, girl. This is how, for y'all that don't know, you know what I'm saying? Camera lady. For y'all that don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, I met her when we did not have nothing. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? Like, we came up together. So the this is real right now. This is
this is
real.
we came from like literally, it's literally like started from the bottom, like now we here. You know what I
Now
mean?
we're
Like
here. You get what
it
I'm saying? Like,
really
look at
is.
us.
like really. And I'm so grateful for you. Um, you know, when I got this position, I did not know if I wanted it at first. Did I want to, handle it? But I seen you girls and I couldn't let you girls, be infiltrated or be given over
Hmm.
to someone who knew absolutely nothing about you and who had
Right.
harmful plans for you guys. So I really advocated for you guys and getting you guys in positions that were not available to you before.
Talk
And
about it.
like, I think we should really just, I'm glad, like, this is a new time for DTV, and I'm glad that I have the people that I have beside me, and everything that I do. Like, I'm just so, like, I'm so humble. I do want people to know I am humble, but you know, I'm just grateful. But I digress.
Yes,
I
I'm sorry.
do,
It's okay.
yeah, I do want to touch on something before we end.
So I
Um,
hope it's something spicy.
I do. So we have just started filming Baddies Mexico, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
seeing all of these girls come in, you have some new, some old. I want to ask you, who do you think has the potential of being an MDB beside yourself? And who do you think is like
Well,
a lead?
I just want to acknowledge I am the MVP. I
Yes.
did win that award. I won Best Dress. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I won most talked about. Just giving you some of my credentials, some of the awards that I've won. Most talked about, and then, plenty others. I can't remember them all. I probably was a clean sweep for all the important ones for me. But however, for the newbies, are you talking about the newbies for Betty Mexico? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then some people who got promoted to OG, like who just came last season as well.
Well, Well, for the okay, well for the OGs, I love Cammy. I love my sister Cammy. I love my sister Sadiddy. Hey Sadiddy, I love her. That's my
Okay.
girl. That's
Yes.
my sister. I love me some Sadiddy. Well, I don't know about Cocalina. She was popping it a little bit on Instagram. I don't know what that was about, but these girls pick up habits and don't know how to act. Don't let the habit do you, you do the habit. That's maybe
Period.
something
Yes.
that her mother could have taught her. But we all don't come from the trailer park.
Oh, girl, this is, oh my God, girl. When we air this, you're going to cause some problems.
And then for the newbies, nobody really struck me like nobody came in how me and my girls came in on our first season. You get what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like nobody really made a splash. There was a lot of big bags. If you ask me, I need to send a couple of those girls to my doctor. Um, but other than that, um, it was this lady named Melvin. It was a Melvin. Is it
Mel,
Melvin? Oh,
Melon.
okay. No, no. Excuse me. Um, Melvin, yes, he came in, very strong and knocking the girls over. But I have a tendency of making the girls submit, and she did apologize to me behind the scenes, so that I
Oh,
don't want to get into it with you. I worship the ground you walk on. You are the queen. She even said that she could take my spot, but she
oh,
did regret it and apologize for it, like majority of the girls do.
yeah,
Um, but I just have that effect.
girl, no. I mean, who do you think this season, like looking from when we filmed the first episode, will
Mhm.
be like, I don't want to say a least valuable baddie, but like a least valuable baddie? Like, who's not standing out to you?
Anybody that came over from the Roach Network.
Oh, oh my God. Well,
Is
I,
that and what's the name of the network? What was it?
um,
Roach Motel. I forgot. It really doesn't ring a
No,
bell for
we're
me.
not going to disclose
Oh,
because we don't
okay.
want to be
Okay. Sorry.
sued. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
feedback for you.
Sorry.
We'll bleep it out.
Allegedly have
It's
roasted.
work, but I'm going to bleep this out.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Mhm.
but no,
Like I said, Roach Motel.
re- I feel a bit differently, and I think I can speak plainly with you because you are my sister.
Right. Yeah.
Um, for me, I don't know. I'm seeing people not standing out. I feel like where's no shade to her. Where's V the Vision? You know what I mean? I want to.
Oh, I forgot about her because she didn't show up for the filming. So
Yeah, she
and she
didn't.
was really popping it on the social media. So I was really surprised when she didn't. Because,
Yeah.
me and my sister Diddy had a sweet cookie for her as well. But I think she knew. She had to know.
Well, I hope she comes to the next day of filming. You know how I feel. I think I
I
do
mean,
want to.
that's one less roach I have to step on, but whatever.
I do want to touch on something because I think we all have noticed a change in this particular person, a big change, and I think
Oh,
you can
God.
attribute it or attribute it to you. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
God.
personally have taken her under my wing recently. Big Fade. Oh my God. Let's talk about that. That girl has become some sort of spicy, I don't know what to put it like. Do you feel like you created a monster a little bit or
I
what?
know I created a monster. I kind of regret it because it's
Yeah.
just like I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get vulnerable for a second. Like, because we had an issue, and she kind of turned on me, and she really hurt me because I never expected for the girl that I brought up when no one liked you, and I took you in underneath my wing and made you pop in, and taught you how to dress, and you went to my doctor, and you just morphed into me, and just thought like. You know what I'm saying? Just because you wear the queen's wig does not mean you're the queen.
Mm,
Okay? It's the levels to this.
right.
So I just feel like she got a little big headed. She did. That was another girl who recently apologized. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go against the queen, it's gonna cost you, and it costed her.
Yeah. And I know you had adopted her as a little sister. And for me that
Mm,
was a
I
very
would
vulnerable.
never speak on that, and I would not like you to refer to that. And I refer
Okay.
to her as my little sister. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I think another person that I want to mention just before we close, um, Scotland. You know what I mean? Last season when to go at it.
Cocaline. It's actually Cocaline.
Well,
She
Cocaline,
changed her name.
this new alter ego of hers. You and Cocaline, aka Scotty, went at it for the first time really last season on camera. And how do you think that impacted, your relationship today?
Well, let me hit this for a second. Hold on.
Okay. That was a
Well,
very oh yeah.
I feel like my thing with Horseline is it's not a thing,
Mm,
It's like when the girls wanna they wanna when they wanna get their own shine, you know what I'm saying? They wanna go against the queen. So they have to leave for underneath me to try to break out to get their own shine. So I just think that's what that is. I just think she's trying to find her way. I
yeah.
think she's like a lost little puppy dog in the wilderness, just trying to find her way. But she'll come back home. I know eventually we'll get over it. I mean, I thought we did get over it, but she posted something on Instagram about me being a snake. I think she wants a storyline.
Yeah.
It's been months since filming has stopped. So it's been months, since I've seen her, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
This season is a whole new me. You're dealing with a whole new Queen Sleeve. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like it's no, I'm no longer queen. People thought just because I was the queen, I can't get down and dirty. So right now I'm on my sleeve stuff. You know what I'm saying? You see the red hair, red nails, red bottom. You get what I'm saying? So
I
yeah,
will say I wanted to know like this season, I feel like the fans and the audience are going to be surprised because you're actually fighting the most you've ever done this season. Like in all the seasons, you're fighting the most.
I
Like,
know.
oh my God.
It is just like because my reputation has always been, like I don't fight. You girls are not gonna touch my legs. My
Mhm.
clothes cost too much money. But at this point, I feel like the girls are taking that as, like me being weak, and I never gave weak. So you have to pop a couple of girls, slap a couple of girls around. You know, um, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
You have to evolve. I think we've all evolved. You know what? I do. We're going to close, but I want to make this statement.
Well,
First,
before you close, I wanna say something before you make your statement. Don't forget.
yeah.
Um, I do have a lot of outside beef for girls. I will not never say their name on air, but
Mm.
however, um, if you ever do get a chance to see this, it's always wait. What camera? Camera one. Can you come here, please? Camera one. I just want to say this: we will have beef forever. The same treatment you got a couple hours ago before my interview is the same treatment that you're going to continue to get. You will never be bigger than me. I will always be on top of you. My red bottoms will always be on your neck. I will always have your head on a silver platter. So get ready. It's the new queen in town, and we're gonna run you out. You know, you can go ahead and do your closing remarks. Let
Well,
me adjust.
that was, you know what? I do want to touch on that as well. It's so many things that comes up when we have this conversation because so much has happened. But,
I know. This
you
is
know,
probably going to be one of your longest interviews. No shade,
it
because
low
like,
key probably is.
yeah,
For those who
it's
have
like
been,
it's like it's like Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp. Like
yes,
I have the tendency to set the tone, so I see why you had the Queen for your first episode. That was a good choice,
I think this
very
was an
good choice.
amazing choice, honestly. And I do want to touch on what you said. I want to say to everyone, who does not like us, who talk bad about our network, who is steady trying to attack us, you know, outside, inside, wherever you are, you will not succeed. You know what I mean? You go against royalty, you will never win. You know what I mean? We are
Period.
blessed, highly favored. You're not going to get that W. And I will no longer speak about you. You get nothing from me. Okay? That's it. But I
And one
do,
more thing,
yeah.
and what God has His hand on, no man can mess with. So
Clock it.
we're covered, sweetheart. So any attack that y'all try to use up against us, I mean, clearly all the attacks haven't worked. You
Yeah.
guys slandered my name. You guys made fake profiles about my sister. You know what I'm saying? Let's even
Fam.
start it off when you guys even posted Scotty's mug. You know what I'm saying? People talked about Scotty. I know she's not here right now in the interview, but you talked about her grandmother. You know what I'm saying? We are the big three. We're not
Mm-hmm.
going anywhere. So get
Yeah,
used to it or move aside.
exactly. And I couldn't have said it better myself. You know, I do want to, this is what I wanted to say before we closed. For the girls that are inside
Sorry.
the server, you are looking at two of the HBICs. You know what I mean? And you will not disrespect us like y'all think y'all have, because this season and for the future seasons to come, we will be on that. You know what I mean? I'm on whatever timing y'all are on. you will respect us. And that's
Period.
period. Yeah. Well, Queen Sleeze, I loved having you on my show. This was a good episode. And I think this one is
Thank
definitely,
you.
yes, let's clap it
Oh,
up.
and then I would like to say, you guys can follow me on my platforms, which is my Instagram is Queen underscore Sleeve 11, and then my what is it? I have my TikTok. Wait a minute, I'm new to TikTok, y'all. So excuse me, but my Instagram is Queen underscore Sleeve 11. Make sure you guys follow me. Summer, did
Mhm.
you want to drop your Insta?
Yes, mine is Summer with the body, but instead of an O, it's a U in Summer. And we do have a network Instagram, Dynasty.TV1. Go follow it, of course.
Oops. And then also, if you wanted to follow my TikTok, it's Big Body Biz 413. You can go ahead and follow that Big Body Biz 413. And we are period.
Plug it in. Yes. I love the promotion.
Oh, and then can I say something else? The
Yes.
Queen's Talk will be coming to your TV screen very soon. So watch out for that.
So many like shows coming to the network. And my sister's podcast, as she said, Queen's Talk, it will be very soon. Like keep an eye open for that, y'all. Like really pay attention because it will be coming and it will be spicy. You know what I mean?
Spicy, honey.
Yes.
Spicy, honey. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, this was so good.
Liz, I want to thank you for coming. I really appreciate you taking the time out your day to do this.
Well, no,
You
I'll make my schedule free for you. You know what I'm saying? I'll drop anything for you. So you already know.
yes, this will definitely not be your last time on here. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I'm gonna wake the girls up when they see this. I have a tendency of doing that anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this is the end of the show. Thank everyone for tuning in to Conversations with the HBIC. Stay tuned for the next episode. Mwah, summer out and Queen Sleeves.
We out of here. Bye, y'all.